What's up, YouTube? It's me, Jess, and I'm an opera singer. I'm hopping on the Home Free train because this is Home Free, End of the Road by Boyz II Men. Let's go. Woo!
We belong together.
Okay, that was kind of cool. That was crazy how you could hear the intention of the lowering of pitches as he was blasting through the beat. That was dope. Re-listen, rewind.
We belong together, and you know that I'm right. Why do you play with my heart, or why do you play with my mind?
Woo! Interesting. Okay. Fantastic. Fan-freaking-tastic. I hope y'all heard that intention of the lowering in pitches on the doom, 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 doom. Sounded so good. Also, love their harmonic progressions and just their harmonies in general. I expect nothing short from Home Free after my last performance analysis video. They are smooth, and I especially, in particular, loved that chord. I don't know if you saw me make a reaction, but the chord right before the soloist saying, why do you play with my... The chord right before that, they went from like an ooh to an I.
Why do you...
It was so nice and juicy. It sounded so good. Now the soloist, I believe... Is his name Rob? Don't quote me on that. But the soloist, I love what he's doing. I love that he is not copying the melody, the riffs and runs in the melody, note for note as in the original. I love that he's putting in his own notes and his own flavor and his own vibe to make it their own. That to me is a true and authentic cover. And for instance, that was proven in this last riff on the Play With My Mind. In the original by Boyz II Men, the soloist ends the riff on the higher note.
Why do you play with my mind?
And here, he ended the riff by going down down a whole step on the lower note.
Why do you play with my mind?
But to me, that was just really cool to hear and put a flavor to their own rendition of this song. Bravo.
Said we'd be forever.
Ooh, nice.
Said it never died.
There's the chord.
How could you love me and leave me and never say goodbye?
Oh, beautiful. Okay, I've got to also point out, love Rob's tone. Love it. It's nice and bright, it's nice and forward, and the advantage of that, like I have stated before, is that when he chooses to go in his higher register, it sounds relatively easy for him. And that's the advantage of having that type of a tone that he has. I also love another thing, that he is sticking to his true style. Although this is an R&B song, right? I love that you can still hear the country vibes within his overall tone and his overall sound. Because if he doesn't sing R&B like the way, let's say, the original group does, and he was trying to mock that, it would sound ridiculous. It would sound almost like you're trying too hard to, let's say, overcompensate to sound like the original song. Why do that when you can be yourself with your own unique tone and your own unique timbres and colors and give the song its own twist? So I love that you can still hear that country sound within his overall tone, yet they're singing an R&B song, making it their own. This is a cover song, y'all. This to me is a true cover song.
I can't sleep at night without holding you tight.
Nice.
Girl, each time I try, I just break down and cry. The pain in my head, oh, I'd rather be dead.
Woo.
Spinning it around and around, although we go.
Okay, awesome. I hear you. Okay, If you do not know, the tenor, the original tenor in Boyz II Men, one of them, I think his name is Morris, the one who sings this part, has an incredibly high voice. The tenor line in a lot of the Boyz II Men arrangements are super, super high. But the tenor in that group can handle that. What's crazy about this particular part that we've just heard is that it is hovering all over that, I was finding the note, all over that G natural 4 in full chest voice. For a dude, that's high. And what's hard about this is the way that the phrase progresses. So you have this phrase that hovers over that G, natural 4, and then dips down on the pain in my head, oh, I'd rather be dead. So you start off high, and then it starts going low, and then you don't even get a break. The next phrase just stays on that G natural 4, spinning around and around. And then what he does, which is super cool, is he does a riff down or a run down right into the chorus, and then does a run right back up to go right into the chorus to meet with the rest of the group. It sounds so good. So he goes, spinning around and around, although we've come. Austin! He sounds so good doing that. I have to give him props. His voice, again, likes to sit high, and this line is perfect for his tone, and he's executing it so well. I've got to go back and re-listen to that spinning and around going into the chorus. Let's go.
The pain in my head, oh, I'd rather be dead. Spinning it around and around, although we come to the end of the road, still I can't let go. It's unnatural. You belong to me, I belong to you.
Okay, is it me? Or does it sound like there's a keyboard percussion instrument happening in this arrangement? I don't know it's the that note. Whoever is singing that note, the pitch is so dead center. It sounds like an instrument. If it's I think Chance, the one who baffled me in the previous performance analysis with the overtone singing, if it's him, I'm gonna flip out, because that note, you all, that pitch is so dead center. It doesn't get any better than that. I've got to re-listen to that because it's so crystal clear.
You belong to me, I belong to you. Girl, I know you really love me. You just don't realize you've never been there before. It's only your first time. Maybe I'll forgive you. Maybe you'll try. We should be happy together forever, you and I. Will you love me again like you loved me before? This time I want you to love me much more. This time instead, just come to my bed and baby, just don't let me down. Although we've come to the end of the road.
Okay. Yes, okay. I'm going to point out a couple of things that I liked from both soloists. First, Rob. Rob gave this grunt at the end of one of his phrases. I think it was right after what was the beginning of his line? I'm already losing it. Okay. Yes, okay. It was on the way he's saying maybe I'll forgive you, and after the you he did this grunt.
maybe I'll forgive you. Maybe you will try.
It's like so manly. It sounded so good. And then he did this little run with an and right after it, he went into the word maybe, which was really nice to hear. It sounded like one was a continuation of the other, and he just put the two together. Sounded so nice. Now, Mr. Austin. Okay, to me, the very first line that he sang in this part is by far one of the hardest lines in the entire song, to me. So the line in the original goes, will you love me again like you loved me before? But Austin took it down, and the following phrase, he took it down as well, even though in the original it goes up. And you know what? I'm not going to knock him down for doing that for a couple of reasons. One, you've got to think when you're making a cover song, you've got to make it different than the original, but also to where it's suiting to your own voice. And to me, that is what was suitable for his voice, considering the entire song, the longevity of the entire song. Two, I also think that it's important to consider the arrangements as if you were to sing this on tour or as a full set. Keeping all of those high notes where it just sits in that register and it doesn't give up and it's unforgiving, that takes so much energy, and it can wear you out unnecessarily. And to compensate for that, a smart choice is to just move the melody down so that you can have energy for your next songs or the latter end of this song. Super smart. I love that he did that. And it's not like he can't do the original way, right? My point was there are reasons why you can do that. And whatever the reasons are, it still sounds fan-freaking-tastic.
You and will you love me again like you loved me before? This time I want you to love me much more. This time instead, just come to my bed and baby, just don't let me down. Although we've come to the end of the road, still I can't let go. It's unnatural. You belong to me, I belong to you. Come to the end of the road, still I can't let go. It's unnatural. You belong to me, I belong to you. Lonely, so lonely. This time instead, just come to my bed and baby, just don't let me down. Although we've come to the end of the road, still I can't let go. It's unnatural. You belong to me, I belong to you. Come to the end of the road. Still I can't let go. It's unnatural. You belong to me, I belong to you. Come to
Beautiful. Okay, couple of things. One, I love when Tim starts his phrases with a glottal attack. For example, if he were to sing Although We've Come, the glottal attack would sound like although we I don't know what it is, but I love it when Tim the bass does that right before a phrase. Secondly, Rob had a really nice falsetto riff that sounded really nice. All of the notes were perfectly in tune and it flowed so smoothly. This song is hard. The chorus has repeated what? 5 times now, and they're still going. There's like a little less than a minute left, so it sounds like they're about to sing the chorus maybe 1 or 2 more times. That is very, very demanding.
You belong to me. I belong to you. To the end of the road. Still I can't let go, baby. It's unnatural. It's unnatural. You belong to me. I belong to you. Come to the end of the road. Still I can't let go. It's unnatural.
Yes, Tim.
You belong to me. I belong to you.
Home free. Yes, I love that. I love that. I love that. That song is such a vibe. Like, you literally can't go wrong when listening to that song. The original is fantastic. Honestly, one of my favorite songs by Boyz II Men. And they did a fantastic job of making it their own. And I loved when everything dropped and it was just the voices. Like in the original, that sounded just so good. If you liked all that you saw, make sure you hit that subscribe button and comment down below with a blue heart if you are a Home Free fan. I love their arrangements and I cannot wait to hear what's next. Also, make sure you turn on that bell notification so you know every time I put up a new video on YouTube. Check out the description box below. I've got some great links of previous performance analysis videos that I've done, as well as links to me singing and ways that you can support me. If you didn't know, majority of my videos do go through a dispute process because of copyright issues. And unfortunately, a lot of the music labels do not allow us creators to keep any revenue from the videos that we make. So your support would mean the entire world. There are several ways that you can support me and my channel if you like what you saw. I hope you have a fantastic day and I'll see you soon. Bye!